Okay, if you're watching this video, hopefully you recognize that as the intro to the Prefab Sprout song Hallelujah from, I think that was 1985. Yeah, so many unusual chords in this song. It's really marvelous. I thought I would write them all down and impress you with the names of them, but 95% of them are really exotic, and I just thought there's no point because, first of all, we have tuned down a half step on every string. So that's an E flat, A flat, F sharp, I guess, and so on down the fretboard to play in tune with the album, though the chord shapes will be the same if you just want to leave it in standard tuning, but you won't be in tune with me or the album if you do that. So given that we're down a half step, I just thought the chord names are too complicated and exotic and you wouldn't remember them anyway, so I'm just going to show you the shapes that I use on this wonderful song by Patty McAloon. That's got to be the best name in pop music still. Okay, so that intro that I played, it's basically a bar chord, 3rd fret, A string, 5th fret, and we're just going to move this shape back and forth from the 3rd to the 5th, 3rd to the 5th, like this. And I do that kind of down, up, and on the upstroke I make sure to hit the B string. After the second time through, we come to this chord here, which is barring the 3rd, and then an A minor shape, but take off your pinky. And this is where he does that really nice pull-off, hammer-on-y kind of stuff. So we're going to be focused on the D, G, and B strings to do this. So you see how I do that. So I'm here, then I lift off on the D, hammer on, then that's just the bar G, back to the D, then to the G, and then lift off on the G, back into it for the second time around. We're going to do the same chord that I showed you the first time, but you're going to put your pinky on the high E. Back up to the 5th, and then back down with the high E. Back down to this shape. Pinky on the high E. The final chord in the run is right here, 2nd fret high E, 3rd fret G and B, and we're going to play the bottom 4 strings. Then we're going to come in right at the end of it and catch the D string at the 4th. So again, and that is the chord that brings us to the jumping off point into the verse. So the first verse, second verse too, but the first verse, so we're here, back at the 3rd fret bar, at the 5th, at the A and D string. But he does more pull off, hammer on kind of stuff here, extraordinaire, like this. Let's see if I can pull it off. Okay, so what does he do there? We're back here at the 3rd, in this shape. Then we're just going to do a, at the A string, we're going to pull off and hammer on. Then we come up here to the D string, whoops, the G string to the D, and then lift off and hammer on at the D. Whoops. There we go. A string, lift on and hammer off. When you're not chaining this together, you just totally forget how to play the song. So. So when you smack this fifth bar, you're just here on the A string at the seventh. Really nice jazzy chord, and then back down here. Then as we jump into the kind of part B of the verse, we come down here to the first fret bar, and then you're going to be in this triangle shape at the second and third frets. So the G string, second fret, D string third, and B string third. And you got your E fretted also. So quickly jump into this shape right here. First fret B string, second fret D. So it's like an A minor, but remove your ring finger. So you jump back and forth between those two chords like this. So you play that twice, and then you come up here to this really marvelous chord at the seventh fret. How jazzy is that, right? So here we are at the seventh fret, and what I do is I bar the E, B, and G with my ring finger, and then at the fifth with my index finger I catch the D string, and then I come back here to the seventh and catch the A string. Quickly jump into this chord shape, barring the fifth and fretting the high E at the seventh, and the that's my meditation alarm, it just turned off, and the A string at the seventh. Then we jump here in the same chord shape you had at the seventh, that really funky stretched out chord shape at the seventh. We play that at the fifth and the third. That's where he sings, good, good intentions don't survive here. Good intentions don't survive here. I think that's it. So these are the chords. And by the way, I'm going to try not to say right anymore during this tutorial, because that is an unconscious nervous tic of mine that I've been criticized for, and I'm going to try to eliminate it. So I'll be careful with that. Okay, so we just did verse 1 with parts A and B. Now we're back to verse 2, and verse 2 is just like verse 1. That part. And then instead of coming down here, he does the analogous chords up here. Really nice. So that's at the 8th, barring the G, or pardon me, the D, G, B, and E at the 8th, and then barring the B, G, and E at the 10th. And you're only only playing the bottom 4 strings. And then we jump here to the 5th and do that. Okay, so we've just done verses 1 and 2, part A of 1, and then 2 goes into the bridge. And I'm going to go ahead and play the bridge for you as I recollect it. Okay, so what do we do there? We're here at the 5th, barring, and then the A string at the 7th. Keep the bar, come up here to the A minor shape, but pull off your pinky. Then the little arpeggio he plays is here at the 3rd fret, A string, 3rd fret, G string, 1st fret, B string in this shape. And he kind of, so the D string is muted with your ring finger. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how he does it. That sweet talk like candy. So, okay, so we're here again. Next chord is here at the 3rd fret B string, 2nd fret D string. There's your chord. Next chord is one of those same shapes that you stretched on the 7th and at the 5th, but here we're doing it the 3rd and the 1st. Quickly jump up here, bar the 3rd, A string at the 5th. Then leap right into this chord, which is the same as this stretched out one, but you bring it in 1 fret with the index finger. So here we are at the 5th, barring the G, B, and E, the D string at the 4th, and the A string at the 5th. So I'm going to play that part again, the bridge. Okay. Now we're to the No Hallelujahs part, so I'm going to play that for you and then break it down. Okay, so what do we do there? We're here at the 3rd fret barring, and then at the 5th fret on the G string, 5th fret on the A string, and you're playing everything. And you're just lifting off there your pinky at the 5th on the G string. Then we jump right down here to this chord we've seen before, barring the 1st fret, triangle shape with your fingers, G string 2nd, D string 3rd, and B string 3rd. So let's see if I can do this again. Then we're going to play the coolest chord, I think, in this whole song. Took me a while to figure it out, too, the hardest one. It's this one. So how do we do that? Well, the way I do it is I bar up here at the 5th and bar your bottom 4 strings there. Let's see if I can, now that I'm talking about it. No, let's see. There we go. Okay, so you bar the D, G, B, and E at the 5th. Then you come in and catch the G string at the 6th and the high E at the 6th. But you're going to lift off the high E. That was the mystery chord that was really hard for me to figure out. Then we come down here actually to an E minor shape. What do you know? Standard chord. Then an A 7th. Then he goes like this. Then he does the whole thing again. Now we're getting close to the end here. Then the next time he comes up here, so we've seen this before, and he just repeats it here. He only wants what he can have. Whoops. Where does he go next? Let's see. Oh, then it's... Okay, then it's... So when he gets it, he's as good as bad, right? So, oh, oops, I just said it. My bad. So he goes like this. I'm going to play it through once and then break it down for you. Whoops. There we go. So what we do there is we are here at the 7th fret in an A minor shape. Remove the pinky. Slide down here to the 5th and fret the G string 6th, A string 7th, and B string 8th. So again, that transition is from here to here. Then this really cool chord, at the 3rd, I kind of wrap with my thumb here, and then I'm fretting with my index finger the D, G, B, and E, and then with my pinky I come in here and catch the E. And I don't know why I worry about the thumb. I guess I could play that, but I don't want to. It just helps me grab this chord more easily to use my thumb there. Even though I'm emphasizing just these highest in pitch 4 strings, and then I'm quickly going to jump up here to the 5th bar at the 7th at the A. Fun. So you just try that out a little bit. You can kind of strum that in different ways. You can kind of hit that low E if you want with your thumb. Then hit those highest in pitch 4 strings. Upstroke if you want. Then Then he does it again. That's really where the verses and the choruses and the bridges end, and then he comes right back around to the intro. Now the only other thing I want to show you is this really wonderful chord he plays sometimes. Okay, so how do you do that? I'm up here at the 8th fret, and I'm barring. It's kind of like I did down here at the 3rd, you know, for this. Well, here I'm at the 8th, okay? So I'm barring the D, G, B, and E with my index finger, grabbing that low E with my thumb, and then the most important note is the high E with your pinky. Kind of slides down the neck like that. Then you're back here. Anyway, it does a whole bunch of little gizmos in there as the song fades out. So that is Hallelujah as I play it by Prefab Sprout. So choppy as hell, I know, but I assume that if you watch this video, you know this song well. So I've showed you all of the elements with the chord shapes as best as I can ascertain them. So really cool song, a lot of fun to play. String it all together and it sounds pretty cool. I have yet to sort it out with the vocal at the same time though. So once again, Patty McAloon, genius. That Prefab Sprout, Steve McQueen is what it was called in the UK, and in the US it was called Two Wheels Good, I think because Steve McQueen already had a copyright on his name or whatever it was. But anyway, enjoy.